could freestyle about it, preach about it, or go off top of the head. But today I bought my notes so I could resurrect the dead. Yeah! Greetings and blessings to my navigators of the seven seas. I am your locksmith, your symbologist, and metaphysical tour guide, Flat Archie 5000, and I'm back with another one as we navigate through the land of Pineal. Today we're going to unlock your Solomon's Temple to decode the symbolism of the cane and staff. So as always, strap on your helmet and buckle up your spacesuit because we're on a mental voyage and we're about to take off before the walls of Jericho come crumbling down. In the tradition of entering Solomon's Temple, we must use a meditative master key to help us stay on the path of enlightenment. It is these divine words that have a literal, allegorical, and metaphysical message attached to them when understood in its proper context. So today we give honors and respect to an unknown philosopher who once said, "As you get older, you will understand more and more that it's not about what you look like or what you own. It's all about the person you become." Let me repeat it one more time. For those of you who may have a strong attachment to artificial and superficial things in this life, that which brings you trapped in the land of make-believe. A mastermind once said, "As you get older, you will understand more and more that it's not about what you look like or what you own. It's all about the person you become." Go on and meditate on that. And click your heels 3 times while I ring this bell of enlightenment for that powerful meditative key of wisdom as you enter the corridors of your Solomon's Temple. Let's get to it, shall we? No time to waste. Okay, masterminds, take note that the history of the cane and staff dates back to ancient times when it was used by wise men and women to channel the divine energies of the universe. The cane and staff are said to have originated by way of divine consciousness of allegorical expression. The cane represented the phallic power of the male god, while the staff represented the receptive power of the female goddess. Together, they formed a powerful symbol of unity and balance. Thus, in Sumerian mythology, Sumerians believed that the staff was a tool that connected the mortal world with the divine realm. They saw it as a channel for the divine will, a means to channel sacred energies, and a symbol of the divine authority that flowed through the gods and kings. Consequently, the staff was associated with the gods Enoch and Enlil, who were revered as the gods of wisdom and knowledge. Enoch's staff was said to have the power to bring wisdom and understanding to those who possessed it, while Enlil's staff was said to have the power to bring fertility to the land, prosperity to the people, and justice to the realm. Furthermore, within the Sumerian hierarchy of royal families, kings and rulers in Sumeria also used staffs as symbols of their authority and power. They would carry them as a symbol of their divine right to rule, and they would use them to channel the divine energy of the gods to achieve their goals. In ancient Egypt, the staff, or wise scepter, was more than just a simple tool. It was an extension of the divine, a conduit for the god's power, and a symbol of the Pharaoh's authority, which was believed to be imbued with the divine energy of the god Wajet, who was revered as the patron deity of the Pharaoh. In the earliest dynasties of ancient Egypt, the staff was a symbol of the Pharaoh's connection to the gods. The staff was often depicted in art and architecture as a powerful tool used by the gods to shape the world and maintain balance. The Pharaoh, as the embodiment of the divine on earth, wielded the staff as a symbol of his divine authority. The staff said to hold the power of creation, maintenance, and destruction, making it a powerful tool for the pharaoh to wield. Let's ring the bell for the pharaoh and the staff king. As Egyptian civilization evolved, so did the symbolism of the staff. The staff became a symbol of wisdom, guidance, and protection. The great god Thoth, patron deity of wisdom and magic, was often depicted holding a staff. The staff was said to hold the secrets of the universe, and those who possessed it were granted wisdom, knowledge, and power. The staff also held great significance in ancient Egyptian rituals and ceremonies. The priestly class would often use the staff to channel the divine energy during rituals and ceremonies. The staff was said to be imbued with the powers of the gods, allowing it to channel their will and manifest their intentions. Anubis, the god of mummification and protection, was often depicted holding a staff. As the god of the afterlife, Anubis was responsible for weighing the hearts of the deceased against the feather of truth. The staff was seen as a tool for guiding the deceased through the underworld, ensuring their safe passage to the afterlife. Horus, the god of kingship and protection, was also correlated with the staff. As the son of Osiris and Isis, Horus was said to possess the staff of power, which granted him the authority to defend Egypt against its enemies. The staff was seen as a symbol of his divine right to rule and protect Egypt. In addition to its symbolic and ritual significance, the staff was also an important tool in daily life. Ancient Egyptians used the staff as a walking aid, a tool for hunting and gathering, and even as a symbol of status and authority. The staff was often decorated with intricate carvings and symbols, reflecting the owner's status and power. Thus, as we delve deeper into the mystical realm, we find that the staff is also connected to the concept of ma'at, the ancient Egyptian concept of balance and harmony. The staff was seen as a symbol of ma'at, embodying the principles of balance, justice, and order. The pharaoh's role to maintain ma'at through his wise governance and use of the staff. Take note, when we think about symbolism of a third leg, let us not forget about the rod of Moses, which is a symbol of great significance in the Hebrew Bible. It is a physical representation of God's power and authority as demonstrated through the miracles performed by Moses. In the presence of Pharaoh, the rod is first transformed into a snake, showing God's ability to take ordinary objects and transform them into extraordinary ones. The rod is often seen as an extension of God's power, allowing Moses to perform miracles and demonstrate God's authority. Let's ring the bell for it. Repeat that one more time. The rod is often seen as an extension of God's power, allowing Moses to perform miracles and demonstrate God's authority. The rod's ability to perform miracles is a key aspect of its symbolism. It is used to produce water from a rock, demonstrating God's provision for the Israelites. This miracle also serves as a reminder of God's covenant with Israel, as it is a tangible manifestation of God's presence and power. Furthermore, in Roman mythology, the staff is seen as a symbol of Jupiter's divine power and authority. Jupiter is often depicted holding a staff, known as the scepter, which is adorned with symbols of his power and dominion. The scepter is a symbol of Jupiter's authority over the gods and mortals alike, and represents his role as the supreme ruler of the universe. The staff is also associated with the Greek god Hermes, who is often depicted carrying a staff or caduceus. The caduceus is a symbol of Hermes' role as a messenger and guide between the gods and mortals, and represents his ability to navigate through the realms of the gods and the underworld. In addition to its association with the gods, the staff is also a symbol of wisdom, power, and authority in ancient Roman and Greek cultures. In ancient Greece, the staff was seen as a symbol of wisdom and knowledge, as it was often associated with the philosopher's stone, which was believed to hold the secrets of the universe. In Roman culture, the staff was seen as a symbol of power and authority, as it was often carried by magistrates and generals as a symbol of their office. The staff was also used as a tool for ritual and ceremonial purpose, such as the worship of the gods and goddesses. Furthermore, the symbolism of the staff can be seen in its association with various themes and motifs in Roman and Greek mythology. For example, the staff is often depicted as a symbol of guidance and direction, as it is used to guide individuals through difficult situations or to point out the path to follow. The staff is also associated with protection and defense, as it is often used to ward off evil spirits or to defend against harm. In addition to its symbolic meanings, the staff also has practical uses in ancient Roman and Greek cultures. For example, it was used as a tool for hunting, fishing, and farming, as well as for ceremonial purposes such as in the worshipping of the gods. Okay, masterminds, let us now deep dive into the nucleus of this science by pointing out the relationship of the staff and cane that can be found within Freemasonry. Take note, in the context of Freemasonry, the staff and cane are integral components of the master's regalia worn by the highest ranking officer in a lodge. The staff, typically adorned with a ball or orb, represents the symbolic pillar of strength, which holds the very fabric of the Masonic order together. This pillar is said to embody the principles of wisdom, courage, and truth, which are the foundation upon which the fraternity is built. The cane, on the other hand, is often referred to as the Masonic rod and serves as a symbol of authority and guidance. It is said to represent the guiding principles of morality and ethics, which are essential for navigating the complexities of life. In this sense, the cane can be seen as a metaphor for the higher self, guiding one towards their highest potential. From a mystical perspective, the staff and cane can be seen as representing the dualities of masculine and feminine energies. The staff, with its sturdy base and upright posture, embodies the masculine principle of strength, stability, and direction. The cane, with its curvaceous shape and gentle guidance, represents the feminine principles of nurturing, compassion, and receptivity. When combined with these two symbols, form a harmonious balance between opposing forces, reflecting the Masonic ideals of harmony and unity. This synergy is exemplified in the phrase, as above, so below, which suggests that the macrocosm, the universe, is reflected in the microcosm, the individual. The staff and cane can be seen as a physical manifestation of this principle, illustrating how one's inner balance and harmony can reflect into one's outer life. In addition to their symbolic significance, the staff and cane also holds practical importance within the Masonic Lodge. During certain ceremonies, the master staff is used to tap or strike various objects, such as stones or pedestals, to emphasize important points or to signal transitions between different stages of rituals. Let me read that one more time. In addition to their symbolic significance, the staff and cane also holds practical importance within the Masonic ritual. During certain ceremonies, the master staff is used to tap or strike various objects, such as stones or pedestals, to emphasize important points or to signal transitions between different stages of ritual. This physical act serves as a tangible connection between the spiritual realm and the material world. Furthermore, the staff and cane can be seen as a metaphor for the alchemical process of transformation. Thus, just as these tools are used to guide and shape raw materials into something more refined and useful, so too can one apply these principles to their own spiritual growth and self-transformation. By embracing one's inner duality and striving for balance between opposing forces, one can transcend their limitations and realize their highest potential. Question: why are we talking about symbolism with the staff and rod and cane? And what is their historical origins? And what can this knowledge do for us today? That's what the masterminds want to know. And I'm here to give you an answer. To really get to the root of this science, let us now zoom in on that which is referred to as the riddle of the Sphinx, which can be found in ancient Kemet, which was said to be solved by the Greek known as Oedipus. Because it is here where we begin to demystify the allegorical symbolism associated with the cane and staff. Thus, the question is posed to the wandering traveler: what walks on 4 feet in the morning, 2 feet at noon, and 3 feet in the evening? Answer: in the morning, it is said to be a child crawling on all fours. This represents the stage of innocence and vulnerability, where one is still dependent on others for sustenance and protection. In this sense, the child symbolizes the dawn of human consciousness, where the individual is still learning to navigate the world and assert their autonomy. In the noon, as the sun reaches its zenith, the answer shifts to represent an adult walking on 2 feet. This stage is characterized by balance, stability, and independence. The individual has grown and matured, developing their own sense of self and asserting their place in the world. In this context, the adult symbolizes the peak of human potential, where one has reached a state of equilibrium and self-awareness. Finally, in the evening, when the sun sets and the days grow old, the answer becomes a wise elder walking with a cane or staff. This stage is marked by wisdom, experience, and guidance. The individual has gained a deeper understanding of life and has developed a sense of authority and responsibility. In this sense, the elder symbolizes the culmination of human growth, where one has acquired wisdom and is now prepared to impart knowledge and guidance to others. Let's ring the bell for that. Thus, masterminds, take note that the answer to the riddle is man. Take note, beyond its literal interpretation, the riddle of the Sphinx holds deeper mystical significance. It can be seen as a representation of the cyclical journey of human consciousness, which passes through stages of growth, maturity, and eventual decline. The Sphinx riddle serves as a reminder that our experiences are not linear, but rather spiral in nature, where we may return to earlier stages of our journey only to emerge wiser and more enlightened. Furthermore, the riddle of the Sphinx can be seen as a reflection of the eternal struggle between light and darkness. The 4-footed morning represents the dawn of consciousness, where light begins to pierce through the darkness. The 2-footed noon symbolizes the balance and harmony between opposing forces. And finally, the 3-footed evening represents the culmination of wisdom and guidance, which one has transcended duality and achieved a state of unity with the cosmos. As we deep dive, we must also point out that in many ancient cultures, the staff and cane were associated with the phallus, known as the third leg, not only as a symbol of masculine power, but also as a representation of the creative and generative forces that lie at the heart of the universe. The phallus, as a symbol of masculine potency, is often seen as a manifestation of the divine spark that resides within each individual. In this context, the phallus is a source of creative energy capable of manifesting new life and bringing forth abundance. The association between the staff and cane with the male phallus is also closely tied to the concept of the axis mundi, which refers to the central axis or pole that connects the heavens and the earth. In many ancient cultures, this axis was seen as a symbol of masculine power and was often depicted as a phallic column or pillar. Thus, the staff and cane are symbols of this axis, which can be seen as an extension of the male phallus, representing the connection between the divine and the earthly realms, which is associated with the concept of spiritual guidance. Thus, a mastermind is capable of illuminating the path forward while guiding oneself through the twists and turns of life. Lastly, the cane is embodied in the science of the compass, which is linked to the element of air, which represents intellectual pursuits, focus, clarity, intuition, and higher states of consciousness, representing the ability to navigate the complexities of life with wisdom and discernment. So as always, in Solomon's temple, I leave you in peace with these powerful words. The wise man knows nothing. The fool thinks he knows it all. Let me repeat it one more time. The wise man knows nothing. The fool thinks he knows it all. Ashe, ashe,